Hey, my name is Andre, and this is the Hey Pops channel, YouTube channel regarding manhood and fatherhood. I don't want to take up too much of your time. I just want to get into a topic that I think a lot of people go through, and it's hard to navigate. And the topic is family secrets, family pain, family hurt, and how to navigate that. Um, a lot of times we don't know, or unknowingly we put pain and trauma on our children. And it's important to know that you're not perfect, but you don't want them to be feeling like they are a burden to you. And you don't want to feel like you're destroying your kid's childhood. Um, I grew up in an unstable environment, and my childhood or reality was not destroyed per se, but it was destroyed. And many times, as a child, I had to figure those things out. I had to grow up a little bit quicker than maybe most, or mature more than most. And a lot of times, some people, when they have a child, they don't think about it. They just have a child and they think everything is going to be okay. But let's say, what happens when a family secret comes out? Or what happens when you're married and your wife cheats? And what happens when your wife cheats, or you cheat, or just something major in the family happens, and how it can break the family apart? Let's say your wife cheats on you. You have that pain, but do you keep it between y'all? Like, do you go to counseling? You work it out. You could do that. But let's say that can't happen. Both of you guys have decided it's over, and whoever dealt the pain is going to feel a little bit differently than the person that's accepting the pain, and how that's going to affect the whole entire family in the progress, or the process. In progress. As a man, I mean, let's say you cheated and it broke the family apart. Now your kids know. If you got older kids, they know. You have little younger kids that quite don't understand yet, but they notice something changed, because kids are habit based. They like things that are comfortable to them. It makes them recognize and understand the world better. What do you do then? What do you do then? Um, just steps, like, what things do you go through? And I think as a man, it's most importantly, if you have older kids, I think you should communicate with them. I think you should be very honest. I think being honest really helps the process. Um, I can speak for a child that was in a household that wasn't the best growing up. Honesty was the best policy. Me knowing helped, because kids have pain. Kids have pain, and they express it in different ways. So it's important for you to recognize that your children are affected by the decisions you make, and that they need to know, because a lot of their actions could be based upon that pain. And if it's based upon that pain, you being their father, it's your job to at least give them answers to those questions that they may not be able to express. If it's, even if you were cheated on, let's say you were cheated on, or something happened between the child, something happened. It's important for you to communicate with your children. Let them know in the best way possible, in the most honest way possible, so they won't have no questions regarding that. A lot of times we leave it up in the air, and sometimes people just tend to forget the children in that sake, and then don't understand why the child is acting up, why the child won't listen, why the child is doing this when they weren't doing that before. A lot of times the kids look at us parents like we perfect early on. It's only when you get older when they recognize that you're not perfect. You know? Like, you're not perfect. And it's important for your child to have a healthy level of respect for you. So it's important to communicate with them to help alleviate that. Because there's people now living with decisions and they never got that closure from their parents. They're living with burdens. There's people that's alcoholics. There's people that's drug addicts that are living with things that happened to them when they were a child. So it's important for you to answer those questions before it gets out of hand. This topic came about because there's I've noticed how when someone that's had a hard life, when you talk to them, they talk about stuff they seen with their parents and how they never discussed it and how those things just lingered and they thought it was normal. That's how we deal with our pain, this, that, and the third. And they never got answers to those questions. And if they never got answers to those questions, it only festered and it brought levels of pain that affected their entire life. You cheat on, let's say your child catches you cheating on their mom. How do you think they gonna feel? That's how you think they're gonna feel. They not about to just sit there and say nothing. That's their mommy. That's their hero. They didn't just caught you doing that. It needs to be discussed. A lot of times it can just be thrown in the shadows and we don't understand how it affects our kids. A divorce. Kids want to know. If it's something that major that broke up the family, they want to know. And it's also a good time for a teaching lesson. You can learn a lot of lessons in life through someone's pain. And your pain could be a huge lesson for them. Children date. Like, not children, but children that become adults date based off of what their parenting was. So it's really important. It's really important. I just wanted to get that out here. If you like the channel, just subscribe. I'll just be putting up a little more topics, but this was a topic that I thought it needed to be discussed. And that's all I got. I'll see you later. Bye.